Good night, good night. I came back on a vertical. So let's get back into what we were talking about. Right. So let's get back into what we were talking about. Let's let the teacher teach.
On Facebook. Let me move myself over here. So, what we're looking at is a reed leaf and a chick that the reed leaf in some transliteration schemes represents an I, others is a Y. In a German scheme, it's a J, but that J makes the sound of a Y anyway. So obviously we don't have a vowel here. We got a Y and a W. And scholars in Egyptological speak is pronounced U. Right? Okay, so this is the particle we're talking about. And it pop up so much in the glyphs that we need to understand it and recognize it as just, okay, cool. And now here's the great, just lagging behind. This is what I see on the screen. And this is the part that'll be harder for me. Let me just find it. I gotta look at this as what if this is a session in there. Does mean to repeat. I say 20, 4, committed to memory. All right. The particle you, the verbal predicate, the subject, and the final adverbs are adverbial phrases. Man, we can just remember that. And then when we come to the glyphs, it get easier. Let me see, I have some homework open, right? I'm gonna go to the homework so we can see this in actual application. I'm just gonna open up a new one. So a bow right here, high roll, all right, itty and eerie, whatever this is. It's 3 pages long, but what we're gonna do is not even start reading. We're gonna start thinking the grammar. That's a good one. That's a good one. I do think it was spoken out loud because those type of particles they are parts of speech, right? And so just like Shesmu put yo,
Come in.
I mean, sometimes these things really work in those places.
The link is in
but you don't say yo when you're about to tell somebody that you think what follows the yo isn't always a statement of fact. I definitely think, just like he's like, bro, trust me, or facts. Yeah, I think it was definitely spoken. But let's see what this homework got for us. All right. So we're not gonna look at the answers yet. And we know we're reading from left to right because this is homework. Now, I should just skip past this. This is just saying in the regnal year, in the regnal year 24, right? Because this is a 10, and you see 4 under it. This represents the regnal year, but this ain't what we came to look for. It says under majesty, the majesty belonging to the king of Upper and Lower Egypt. His name is Khepera. But it say pet Khepera, which is crazy.
Yeah, man. The link is in the chat. So you guys can come in anytime you want. Just turn on your camera. You can come in anytime you want, right? Not a problem for you guys to, oh, shucks. What did I do? All right, you guys can come in anytime you want. Just show your cameras. Let me mute out. Let the
Now look, Rempet Sep. I don't even know why they put Sep. But did I say 20? 4? Dang, I can't count. What made me say this was 20? That's 10, dude. So that's an error. This is only 14. I said 24. Under majesty of the king. So it should say under the majesty of the king, right? Now to get to the upper and lower Egypt part, that ain't even there. So check, look, they say upper and lower Egypt is really just this, the Nisu Biddy. And you see his name over here, Keper Kara. I said Kepera, Keper Kara. Well, if it was any honorific transposition there, it probably would be, yeah, okay, Keper Kara, the spirit of Ra. So I was just going to come through this document and look for that particle. Now look at it. You just found it. So look, let me show you. So we went live to a document first, and then you'll find it on a real text and say, okay, I'm dealing with it. Now look, notice how we continue on the document, right? And what's the next thing on line 2? It's the particle we're learning about. This right here, you. See, let's go back to the J-sesh. You. Bow, now you got it right here. So that's telling us we at least got the knowledge from this understanding that we know that this sentence ends right here. And you is telling, but you're not going to see it parsed like this on the building or on the wall. It'll be all ran together. And it's only your knowledge now that you know this sentence is done, probably because of what you just read. And a new sentence is starting here.
People, give me 1 second. Let me get this back in a proper order. I don't know how it's looking like this, but let me get it back in a proper order. There it is. Okay. Question is 2. Right. Yeah, man. What's up, Ryan? Let me reshare.
So we started to get in on this. Dang, I didn't want to do that, but I'm going to try to make it. What I try to do for my own practice is read the sentence first. But I'm not going to do that.
Ryan.
Good. So remember when they said when it's a you
right now, right?
Most often it is a verb after it. Well, I see a verb, but I see an in under that verb, an in preposition. So this first word, I'm going to say this is with him. You're probably going to see, because I'm getting my possibilities are limiting down, or being limited, because we know the grammar. After the you first entertain, just like Chris was extra teaching me the other day, he was going further, telling me which verb classes to entertain first, second, and third. And we'll talk about that later. First, we're going to entertain the infinitive, which is the generic verb. Right? It's just, when I say generic, run, jump, hop, skip. And I presume this verb is to eat. So now I'm going to open up my dictionary. And just for all of our confirmations, I'm going to type in what I see on the screen. And this is the part that'll be harder for people to do. You kind of got to learn the glyphs before you could do this. So I'm going to put a W, a capital H, and an M. And we should see with him. You see with him. But here it says to repeat. I said to eat. It does mean to repeat. And I want to see why I chose to eat. So let me see. Let me see why I chose to eat. Repeat, right? So what is the word that's just, I got to fix myself. What is the word that's just like with him that is to eat? Repeat. So let me see, watch this. Eat. I just have to see for my own knowledge. It is a version of with him for to eat. I know close to that much, but I have to see what's the difference. Maybe it's a lowercase h. So let me just find it. There's only 45 eat words. There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm doing a review video here with Smash Rockwell. So if you guys are interested in coming in, hit the link. Hit the link if you're interested in coming in. Hit the link if you're interested in coming in. I was just doing a little review video there. Didn't come in. I was just doing a review video there. Right. So you guys can hit the link if you're interested in coming in. I think I'm going to stop sharing that one and look for another one to share. That's a little more. Let me start. Probably hold your attention more. Give me 1 second. I'll look and see. Let me see. Let's see. I'm going to find a nice one. Okay. Here we go.
That make me feel like the
Right. So this is about Kush. So let's put this one on a little bit and see what's going on. Yeah, man. So I'll put that on. Let's see what's going on.
the mic right. But where y'all at? Somebody tell me. Let me see. When somebody come in, let me know.
Why is 1-2 Hotel?
Text written in Demotic during the time of the Kushites. But then
standing army, as opposed. Likewise, Esarhaddon's annals.
we can't find on the ancient Egyptian end, which is going to hook him to the south, going down to Gebel Bar. And you see Kush. Or trade rain, which is even crazy. I don't even understand how you can trade rain. But yeah, I don't want to go too far on that. And so one of the first attestations in the text corpus, you see, it comes from our good person that we talk about. Let's look at the family period. I'm going to stop calling it time periods. I'm going to start calling it the family period. Let's look at the family period. Because then that'll more or less give people more of what we're talking about. You'll understand how the 11th and 12th can exist at the same time. But if I say the time period, you think they run concurrently, which they do by some, but there's a lot of overlap in the families. One of the, and so we talking about the 11th and 12th dynasties, 11th, 12th family periods. Simro said the first is the dating of this. And right here, it's just simply say something about Kush. We see it here, but notice here, they use the different S in this Kush. So it's like cats. See, that's even funnier to trip off because as it enters into their lexicon, They damn near.
People. Come in. Let me see. If I can find something in between here to talk about. But that looks like, Let me look for something. Give me 1 second. Looking for something interesting to talk about, man. Let's see what we got here. Right. Give me 1 second. 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 Let me mute out. How do we do? Yeah, man. I'm gonna take this down. And I'm gonna put up hardcore. Give me 1 second, because I'm sure that background noise is disturbing. Okay, thank you. Thanks, people. Thanks. Yeah, man. Okay, thanks, people. Thanks. Yeah, man. All right, beautiful. Let's get into hardcore. Right. So this is the Harkuf text here that I'm showing you. You could go through some of it, see what we can read, if anything. Tomb relief showing archers, 4th Dynasty, we use in later buildings. So this is from a temple of Usekef, probably his mortuary temple at Abu Sir, 5th Dynasty. So you see his name here, Usekef, right here. This is a place name here. Can't make out exactly what it is. This is one of his titles, Nefernecher. Not sure what this is. Got a reed leaf here. Per M. Coming forth. There's that It looks like a duck, maybe. Sa. It looks like a ta. Nefernecha. Neb. Amtu. This would be like Lord of Splendor, Lord of Protection. Then you gotta, right? So Neb like I think that'd be Neb Amtu, like Lord of Protection. Then this is a lot, right? It's a lot jumbled up in here. So you have, huh. Give me a second. So what we have here, we have a lot going on here, right? Not sure what that is. You got Necha, Neb Edith, Lord of, doing. Got the suit Biddy here. All right. The Ankh Jedwas. Right. So let's go down and see what else we have. Let's go down. I'm sure there's a story here. So let's go down and look for the story. The autobiography of Harkuf. There's some more reliefs here. Subjugation of foreigners from royal mortuary tombs at Abu Sir, 5th dynasty, right? Bound captive statues from royal mortuary temple at Saqqara, 6th dynasty. Wadi Madrasana release of second Ket, 3rd dynasty. Warfare recorded in private tombs of the Old Kingdom. The tomb autobiography of Harkuf. Oh gosh, let me see what I'm looking like. Right, you see him at the bottom there, right. The majesty of Mernra, my lord, set me together with my father, the sole companion, elected priest, Eri, to Yam to open the way to that country. I did it in 7 months. I brought from it all kinds of beautiful and rare gifts, and it was praised great. So now, if we, let's see. Now, if we make this bigger, I wonder if we could read any of the glyphs on here. I wonder. I'm just looking to see if we can read any of these glyphs on here. Right. So let's see if we can see what he's talking about. Majesty of Merenri, my lord, sent me together with my father. So let's see if we could find that in the text. And I don't think we're going to be able to see that again. So let's check. Oh, shucks. So let's just. Right. Okay, good. So let's just go ahead and read it in English because I don't think we're going to. Shucks, man. What happened here, boy? Right. So I don't think we're going to The Majesty of Marin, my Lord, sent me together with my father, the sole companion, elected priest Eri, to Yan, to open the way to that country. I did it in 7 months. I brought from it all kinds of beautiful and rare gifts, and I was praised for it very greatly. His Majesty sent me a second time alone. I went up on the Yabu road and came down in via Mecca, Tararis, and Urjet, which are in Urjet, in the space of 8 months. I came down bringing gifts from that Gasavi country in great quantity, the likes of which had never before been brought back to this land. I came down through the region of the house of the chief of Seju and Urjet. I explored these foreign lands. I have not found it done by any companion or chief of the scouts who went to Yam previously. Then His Majesty sent me a third time to Yam. I went up from the Noom of this upon the Oasis Road. I found that the ruler of Yam had gone to Tejmaland to smite the Tejmiha to the western corner of heaven. I went up after him to Tejmaland and satisfied him so that he praised all the nature for the sovereign. So here's a map of the different places they're talking about. Wawet, Urjet, and Seju, Yam, Punt. Just a brief map. Here's some more text, autobiography of Winnie at Abydos. I wonder when his, right. So, give me 1 second. Right. When His Majesty took action against the eastern sand dwellers, His Majesty made an army of many tens of thousands from all of Upper Egypt, from Yebu in the south to Medjaniat in the north, from Lower Egypt, from all. Let me see something. Let me stop sharing for a second, because I wonder if I go into the TLA. If I find these same stories. So let me check the TLA and see if I find Harkuf. Why is this bringing up the OT? Okay. Let me see if I find any TLA by chance. Let me type in Yam and see if I'll see anything. I'm just curious. We're on the late night hype. Let's see if we'll find out autobiography of Harkuf. Let's see. Let's go on an exploration. Let's see. So why am I not seeing any translation? Okay. What happened? What happened just now? Oh, damn it. Give me a second. Yeah. Oh man, for real? Okay, let's translate to English. Let's see if we find the text we're looking for. What's going on here, man? Why does the translation? Let's try it again. Sorry, people. I don't know what is going on with this. Why the translation keep? Oh my God! Why the translations keep coming off the screen? I don't know what's going on here. Sorry. What is going on here? Okay. We have translation. What is going on here? Let me refresh the screen because something is tripping. Give me a second. Let's try it again. I don't know why the translation keeps coming off the screen. All right, there we go. Sorry, what is that? Ah, shucks, man. The translation keep coming off the screen. I don't know why. What is wrong with this? All right, so let's go down and see. Pepe the second. All right, that's probably a text here. I don't know why the translation keep coming off the screen. Let's go into the sentence and see. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Give me a second. Okay, now we get the translation on the screen. So let's see if we can translate to English. So I can see what I'm actually reading. No, it's not translating to it. The hell is it doing? Okay, every numen of Wawat. Scientific. The speech of your letters has been noted, which brought you to the palace of the king. Letter to Harkuf from Pepi the First. In this letter of yours, this is a letter to Harkuf. You have said before your majesty, never before his equal have been brought anyone else had traveled to Yan. So this might be, well, that's a letter to Harkuf. I want to see the autobiography. Is there anything that was made that a friend Harkuf, when he came from Yan? We're getting closer. Let's see. History and biographical text. Letter to Harkuf. The Majesty, right. This is it right here. This is what we want to see. Right. The autobiography of Harkuf. See, we found it. Right. This is what we want to see. This is it. Okay. All right, people. Found the autobiography of Harkuf in the TLA. The Prince Unique Friend, reading priest, chamberlain, guardian of Nekem, chief of Nekem, the foremost, sole companion, elected priest, the one who's in the chamber, guardian of Nekem, chief of Nekem, sealer of the lower Egyptian. So I guess this would be Harkuf's titles, right? Since I guess this, Okay. The prince, unique friend reading, priest, chamberlain, guardian of Nekeb, guardian of Nekeb, chief of Nietzsche, the foremost, sole companion, let the priest, the one who was in the chamber, guardian of Nekeb, chief of Nekeb. Sealer of the lower Egyptian king, unique friend, reading priest, head of acculturated foreigners, the seal bearer of the king of Lower Egypt, sole companion, elector priest, overseer of all foreign auxiliaries. Privy counselor of every affair on the upper south, literally the southern head. The darling of his lord, one who is in the heart of his master, Harkuf. He who is privy to the secrets of all matters of the head of the south, he who is in the heart of his lord, Harkuf. The sealer of Lower Egyptian king, unique friend, reading priest, head of acculturated foreigners, the seal bearer of the king of Upper North, sole companion, elected priest, overseer of foreign, who brings the necessities of all foreign lands for his master, who brings gifts for the king's ornaments, who brings the produce of all foreign lands for his lord, who brings imported royal luxury. Right. Oh, no, no. Right. So, oh, shucks. Thank you, Pan African James. I was reading hard, and wasn't sharing my screen at all, bro. That's crazy. Thank you, Pan African James. I was reading to myself, bro. You know, you could come in, Pan African James, if you want, huh? Let me drop the link again in the chat. Let me drop the link again in the chat. Right? Let me drop it again in the chat. Right. I'm gonna drop the link again. So if you want to come in, James, you're more than welcome to come in. There's a link there. Let me go in to the actual chat and pin it to the top. Thanks for telling me that, bro, because I was reading so crazy and didn't even realize it. Right. So it should be pinned to the top of the chat now, right? So if you want to come in, Pan African James, you could come in, right? Now I'm sharing my screen, right? Now I'm sharing my screen. So let's get to it. So let's get to it now. Let's get to it. Right. Right. So let me see. Check to see my screen is sharing. Right. All right. So let me see. Check to see my screen is sharing. It's sharing now. The ruler of all foreign lands and upper part of Egypt, the southern head, he who places the fear of Horus over the foreign lands, who instills in the foreign countries the fear of Horus, overseer of all foreign lands of the head of the south, who places the dread of Horus in the foreign lands. He does what his Lord praises, the prince, unique friend, priest of reading, chief of a culture. Boy. Okay. The majesty of Merinry, my lord, set me to Yam, together with my father, the unique friend, and pre-priest, Eri, to open the way to this foreign land. The persons of Merinry, my lord, sent me with my father, the sole companion, lector priest, Eri, to Yam, to open up the road to this foreign land. So here is what is this word here? Let me see. Let's click on and see what that word is. To send. Hab. Right. So he sent to send to I. Okay. Right. So I was sent by him, Majesty of Meren Ra. Right, Meren Ra. This is the Lord. This is my Lord right here. And that would be my Father. Together with Hannah, together with my Father, soul companion. That's what this would be, right? Soul companion. Hori Hebet, lector priest, right? So this is the lector priest. Re, that's his name, Eri. 2, let's see what the name of the word is. Oh, the yam. Right. Yeah. Okay. What happened to my screen? I'm not sharing my screen again? My screen went off again? Where's that one by? This computer acting crazy. I was sharing my screen just now. All of a sudden it stopped sharing. That's crazy, right? You send them to Yam, right? I did it in 7 months. Beautiful and rare gifts brought from there. I brought gifts from there. And that because they were beautiful and rare, I brought back from it all produce that was absolutely perfect and rare. I'll go back over it later and deal with the Bedunecha. Man, oh, I think I have to translate this. I think. Do I? They, i.e. the king, praised me exceedingly for this. I was praised for it very greatly. His Majesty sent me for the second time alone. His Majesty sent me a second time alone on the elephant. To Elephantine. I went out from Erejet, Macha, Teriraz, and Erejeti, descended within 8 months to Erejet, especially Mecca. Yeah. Oh, shucks. What happened? I got distracted there. All right. To Elephantine, Ivy Road, I went out. From Aerojet, Matcha, Terzi, and Teji descended within 8 months. To Aerojet, specifically Meher, Terrace, and Aerojet. In a period of 8 months, I descended. All right. Well, people, that's enough for tonight. So have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Sorry, I actually meant to leave. Sorry about that.